was of a traditional Japanese drama called Kabuki. Kabuki was a type of traditional theater, and it used dancing, singing, and wait for it, mime. Quite exciting if I do say so myself. And it used all these costumes and staging, and it was pretty awesome. It developed during the Tokugawa shogunate, which lasted from 1603 to 1868, and under the shogunate, they practiced sokoku, isolationism, and all influences were domestic. Art flourished. However, this also meant that the upper classes had their theater, and it was restricted to only them. It was called No. And the new rising middle class wanted a form of theater for themselves. A dancer called Izumu no Okuni, who worked at the Izumu Grand Shrine, would use the city's dry Kamu riverbed as a stage to perform unusual dances for passerbys, and they found her parodies of Buddhist prayers both entertaining and memorizing. Other people followed, and these were courtesans. They adopted her dancing and uses shamisen instruments, and they were called Ona Kabuki, or Women's Kabuki. This was the first dramatic performance to cater to the common people, relying on makeup or kisho and facial expressions instead of makeup. They focused all on historical events and everyday life instead of folk tales, and it set it apart itself from No. It was an ensemble performance, and it was at tea houses. Almost every single social class came to watch these performances. It was a beautiful sight to see all these different people come together to watch it. And of course, they were courtesans, so it was a little risque, and they did advertise their bodies. It was their job. It was due to this fact that the conservative Tokugawa shogunate banned it in 1629, and it was only restricted to a red light district called Okio, which was basically a pleasure district. This led for the creation of Wakushu Kabuki, which had young boys as actors, of course. They were a little risque too, and this led for a ban to happen in 1652. This, in consequence, led to the creation of a new kind of kabuki as well, Yara Kabuki, where men were actors this time, and these guys, they weren't allowed to be attractive just to be a little safe. They also had to wear female clothing and makeup to play female roles called onagata. Unfortunately, at this point, the Tokugawa shogunate did not just stop at bans on age or gender. They also put bans on the type of subject of the kabuki. They made sure it was Confucian ideals oriented, and they could only wear certain types of clothing and basically no weaponry at this point. Changes began to take place within kabuki. It became associated with influence with bunraku, which was a form of puppet theater. It changed from a one-act play to a five-act play, and then now it was all based around Confucian philosophy thanks to the Tokugawa prohibitions. The government treated them as if they were social outcasts, and they could only marry into each other's actor families. However, they were each other's celebrities at the time to the common people. There began to be a few basic type of roles in kabuki: the onagata, the tachiyaku, the katachiyaku, and the koyaku. Unlike no actors, kabuki actors don't wear masks. Each character has a specific type of makeup associated with it. They paint their face with a white base and then add red or black or even blue and brown on top. We can see the liveliness in kabuki in the performance known as the Dance of the Earth.
But gradually, there is something strange about him too, and the retainers start to get suspicious.
They suspect his real identity.
That's right. But disguised as the blind musician, the Earth Spider tries every trick it knows to fool the retainers.
They don't seem to be able to catch the spider.
Yes, The Earth Spider can use all kinds of magical powers, so when you think they've got him, he uses his powers to weaken them.
As you've just seen in that video, Kabuki uses a variety of methods such as facial expression, mime, costumes, and dancing, all to tell unique narratives and stories. We can see Kabuki's impact and importance as it's still practiced in modern day Japan, and it can be seen in Japanese drama and anime, as well as other mediums across the world. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.